All right, welcome in Amanda Parks from the American Heart Association. Amanda, thank you so much for joining us on Five on Fridays. We have loved our relationship with the Heart Association. It predates my time at the city, and I'm getting up there, almost 8 or 9 years in. So the City of Columbus and the Heart Association go way back, and I'm super excited to have you on for this episode of Five on Fridays. I'll just get started with how are you guys doing? It's Heart Month. I'm sure you're swamped. How's everything going?
Heart Month is probably our biggest month of the year for the American Heart Association. So we have a lot of momentum built around the month of February, just really increased awareness. Everyone's talking about it, right? So really maximizing upon that. This year we have a theme of Reclaim Your Rhythm. So how you can really incorporate music and movement and fun ways of being physically active and how that connects to your heart health. Earlier this month, we had our National Wear Red Day on Friday, February 4th, which is awesome. It was great to see buildings go red in Columbus, have news anchors locally wear their red on TV, and we had a couple of radio spots where we did interviews and highlighted survivor stories. So just taking advantage of the fact that everyone's talking about heart health during American Heart Month and taking it upon ourselves to share our resources and knowledge.
It's awesome. I love Wear Red Day. I love Heart Awareness Month. I love all of the pictures and social media and how involved everyone gets. It ends up being really fun and very festive. And I'm just really glad that you guys have that month and we can put our time and attention into this really important topic.
Absolutely, me too.
So tell us a little bit more, Amanda. What is Heart Month? Why is it so important that we raise awareness? Why does AHA sort of hone in on this month as the opportunity to really take the platform and run with it?
So Heart Month is really born out of the fact that heart disease or cardiovascular disease, however you want to refer to it, is the number one killer of all Americans. And not to be morbid, but that's the science and facts behind it. And knowing that most of the time being affected by heart disease is preventable for folks. Some of us do have family history, and those are things that we have to take into account even more so. But a lot of it is things that we can do on a day-to-day basis by developing those healthy habits that not only obviously prevent heart disease, but other chronic illnesses too. So really looking to putting an extra light on women's heart health. A lot of folks don't realize that cardiovascular disease kills 1 in 3 women in the US. And typically those symptoms look different between men and women. And a lot of times we see that, women are those, providers and those caregivers in their families and typically are focused on other individuals over themselves. So they tend to let their symptoms go because they can look like, common stress or fatigue and things that they can pass off as being no big deal. But unfortunately, when it compounds, it could lead to, heart attacks or cardiac arrest or more serious issues that could have longer term effects on their health. So really all that coupled together is just taking advantage of the moment. Obviously, the play on Valentine's Day and that time of year with your heart, but looking at the more scientific facts behind it and wanting to just have it be a part of the conversation all month long. So people hopefully will take that information and apply it to the rest of the year and what they're doing.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It makes total sense. And I know we touched a little bit on Wear Red Day, but you guys actually have events and things all month long that you guys are doing. So walk us through some of the other stuff that happens at AHA throughout the month of February.
Wear Red Day really helps us kick off the festivities for American Heart Month, and it's always that first Friday of February every year. So it's really a great way for different organizations like City of Columbus and other companies to participate and create that conversation. We also host our annual Go Red for Women initiative, just happened on Thursday, February 17th, and this year we were virtual again. So if there is interest for City of Columbus associates to see kind of the recording of that. We'll have that available soon to share out with folks that can hear from speakers locally as well as some of our national leadership with the American Heart Association, just again honing in on the topic of women's heart health and what we could all be doing for the women in our lives to help elevate that conversation and create awareness there. So as we go through the rest of the month, we work very closely with so many employers throughout Central Ohio. So just continuing to share resources that are super turnkey, easy to share with associates, whether it's on the internet, on social media, to be able to take and apply to their everyday lives too.
That makes sense. And I'm always moved and touched. And you started by saying, we all know someone who's affected by this. It affects so many people in our lives. And it has always been something that I've gravitated towards, that I've thought was really important. And working alongside of you guys to educate people has always been a top priority of the City of Columbus, the Healthy Columbus program specifically, and the benefits and wellness team overall. So I know that February is a huge month and you guys are crazy busy, but talk to us about what happens throughout the rest of the year, because Heart Month is a piece of the puzzle, but the AHA grind never stops, and you guys are always doing something and educating people. I think probably most City of Columbus employees are most familiar with the Heart Walk. So maybe touch a little bit on what the Heart Walk is like for those who aren't familiar, what it might look like in 2022, and then maybe some of the other things that you guys do throughout the year.
For sure, yeah. February is definitely just a part of the overall calendar for what we do in terms of awareness building and impacting the local community. So above and beyond that, we do have a really distinct focus in April. It's dubbed Move More Month. Usually that's the turn of the weather, hopefully here in Central Ohio. So really encouraging people to get outside, get moving. The first Wednesday of every April is National Walking Day. So, physical activity doesn't have to be anything extreme. It doesn't have to be running a marathon or in high intensity interval training. You can simply be going for short walks every day. It's recommended that the average adult in America gets 150 minutes of moderate activity during the week. So you can break that up in small chunks, and walking can be a big part of that, right? May is American Stroke Month. So similar to February, we have a distinct focus on stroke awareness and brain health. And a lot of folks might not realize that the American Stroke Association is a division of the American Heart Association. A lot of the same causes of both diseases, they're intertwined. Stroke effects is the 5th health risk to Americans, and so it's still a top priority of ours, even if it's not as present as heart disease. And then when we get really into the summer months, we do really shift our focus and raising awareness for the Heart Walk that comes up every August. It's our largest community event. We love having City of Columbus alongside a bunch of other organizations and companies walk with us. This year it will be Saturday, August 20th, 2022. We will be in person again, so excited to be able to offer that at McPherson Commons down in the Arena District. It will look a little condensed compared to maybe what people are used to before COVID hit us, but still have that feel of energy and people coming together to raise awareness and get that physical activity, and that benefits their overall heart health. So we're looking forward to being able to build the momentum there. And usually too, leading up to that in June, we do have a big focus on CPR and AED awareness. So making sure people, if they want to get certified in CPR, it's a life-saving skill, but also if they don't want to get certified, knowing hands-only CPR, which is just the compressions without breaths, and is still known to be just as effective. So really taking those moments wherever we can, wherever there's synergies with awareness days and awareness months, to key into our science and resources to get it out there.
It's awesome. I've always admired the work that you guys do, the vast array of things that you guys are focused on throughout the year. And, on top of that, you always are sending the Healthy Columbus team and the Benefits and Wellness team materials and information and resources so we can disseminate throughout the population. But if I'm an employee or an employee's family member who wants to get more information, talk to me a little bit about where I can find American Heart Association resources, tools, any of the things you talked about, where I can see sort of maybe even a calendar of events of all of this that happen throughout the year?
For sure. So I would say the best place to start is heart.org. That is our main AHA website, and you can just about look up anything. Usually they change the home screen depending on those different awareness months that I spoke to earlier, or you can search different topics, even things that are more clinically based that you want more information about, the symptoms of a heart attack or cardiac arrest, or what does stroke rehab look like. So all of that is there. A lot of things are downloadable with like one pagers that you can print off and save or email. There's even usually friendly graphics that you can share on social media too. So that's a great place to start. You can even sign up for different newsletters depending on different topics. Our Healthy for Good newsletter is probably one of my favorites. They send monthly newsletters right to your inbox. They'll send you some healthy recipes. So I would definitely recommend that. And we also are on social media. So we have our national presence for the American Heart Association. So just search American Heart Association, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. But we also have our more localized Ohio platforms. So if you search American Heart Ohio on any of those, you can see especially stuff that is specific to Columbus, but even other areas of the state of Ohio too. So that's always cool to have it more localized as well. And if you ever are looking for something more specific, like our year-round wellness calendar, so you can reach out to Brandon because he probably has it for me already, or you can reach out to me too at amanda.parks@heart.org.
Absolutely. I was going to say, you can always reach out to us. We're in very close contact with you throughout the year to know what you guys are up to and to get involved. But that's perfect. That's absolutely what I wanted to know. Those are the only questions I have for you, except for one last one, Amanda. As our resident heart expert, what's your favorite heart tip backed by AHA science that you want to leave us with?
Yeah, I think one of my favorites when we're thinking about physical activity is I often struggle with doing chores, which I feel like most of us do, right? Especially when we're busy with a lot of other life things. But fun fact is if you vacuum for 20 minutes, it's equivalent to walking a mile. So, you can get your chores done and benefit your heart health and physical activity and knock off some of that time that, that 150 minutes we're looking for every week that's recommended by our science as well. So just a nice way to kill two birds with one stone. So
Absolutely. That's a really, really great fact. And hopefully my wife doesn't watch this because I'm the resident vacuumer in the house. So she'll have me, hey, you got to get your work in, go get the vacuum out. So yeah, I better
more vacuuming
show
in
her
your
this one.
future.
Exactly. Well, Amanda, thank you so much for your time. That's all we have, but I really appreciate getting a chance to talk to you and sharing this information with employees. Obviously, as we're sort of middle to the late half of February, Heart Month itself is maybe dwindling down, but you guys are just gearing up for 2022. And that's why we felt it was really important to share this information with everybody so that they could get involved throughout the rest of the year. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Thank you.